Street food is a window into the heart of a culture, offering delicious, affordable, and unique flavors. But some street foods are so bizarre that they leave even the most adventurous foodies speechless. From creepy crawl eyes to unexpected ingredients, these dishes challenge the limits of what most people consider edible. Whether it is fermented, fried, or still moving, some of these foods defy all expectations and redefine what we think of as a meal. These are not just unusual snacks. They are culinary experiences that push the boundaries of taste and texture. Some of them are deeply rooted in tradition, while others have become tourist attractions due to their shock factor. If you think you have a strong stomach, stick around because we are about to dive into the top 10 weirdest street food dishes from around the world. And do not forget to like and subscribe for more wild food adventures. 1. Balut, Philippines. Fertilized duck egg with a partially developed embryo, often eaten with salt and vinegar. Balut is a well-known street food in the Philippines, enjoyed for its unique texture, rich flavor, and cultural significance. It is a fertilized duck egg that contains a partially developed embryo, typically aged between 14 to 21 days before being boiled and eaten. The embryo inside varies in development, with younger balut having a softer consistency and older ones showing more defined features like a beak, feathers, and bones. The experience of eating balut begins by cracking the shell at the rounder end and sipping the warm, savory broth inside, which is considered the most flavorful part. Afterward, the shell is peeled away to reveal the creamy yolk and the embryo, both of which are commonly eaten with a pinch of salt or a splash of vinegar and chili. The yolk is rich and custard-like, while the embryo can be soft or slightly crunchy, depending on its age. Despite its unusual appearance, balut is widely loved in the Philippines and is often sold by street vendors, particularly at night. It is believed to be a good source of protein and is sometimes considered an aphrodisiac. Many Filipinos grow up eating balut as a snack, and it is also popular among tourists seeking an adventurous culinary experience. While some people may hesitate to try it due to its appearance, balut remains an important part of Filipino cuisine and street food culture. It is commonly enjoyed with an ice-cold beer, making it a popular choice during social gatherings. The dish is not only found in the Philippines, but is also eaten in other Southeast Asian countries like Vietnam, Cambodia, and Laos. Its origins can be traced back to Chinese influence, as similar egg-based delicacies exist in Chinese cuisine. Balut is often seen as a test of bravery among foreigners, with many considering it an iconic dare food. However, those who embrace it often discover a complex and delicious taste that goes beyond its initial shock factor. Despite the mixed reactions from outsiders, balut remains a beloved and enduring symbol of Filipino culinary heritage. 2. Hakarl, Iceland. Fermented shark with a strong ammonia-like smell and an acquired taste. Hakarl is a traditional Icelandic delicacy made from fermented Greenland shark, Somniosus microcephalus, or sleeper shark. Since the fresh meat of these sharks is toxic due to high levels of trimethylamine oxide, TMAO, and urea, it must undergo a special fermentation process to make it safe for consumption. The traditional method involves burying the shark in a shallow, gravelly pit for 6 to 12 weeks, allowing natural fermentation to break down the toxins. After this stage, the meat is hung to dry for several months, during which it develops its distinct pungent aroma and strong flavor. The result is a soft, chewy texture with a sharp, ammonia-like smell that many first-timers find overwhelming. Hakarl is typically served in small cubes and is an acquired taste, often described as fishy, tangy, and slightly cheesy. It is traditionally eaten during Thorblot, a midwinter festival celebrating Icelandic heritage, and is often paired with brennivin, a strong Icelandic schnapps, to help wash it down. Icelanders see Hakarl as a test of culinary bravery for tourists, with many finding the ammonia-rich smell more challenging than the taste itself. Despite its reputation, Hakarl remains a symbol of Iceland's Viking-era survival foods, highlighting the country's ability to adapt to its harsh environment. 3. Sannakji, South Korea. Live octopus cut into pieces and served immediately, with tentacles still moving. Sannakji is a famous and adventurous delicacy from South Korea, consisting of a live baby octopus, nakji, that is chopped into small pieces and served immediately while the tentacles are still moving. This dish is typically eaten raw, often seasoned with sesame oil, sesame seeds, and a bit of salt, which enhances its natural, slightly sweet flavor. The freshness of Sannakji makes it a sought-after dish, especially in seafood markets and specialty restaurants across South Korea. One of the most notorious aspects of eating Sannakji is the movement of the tentacles, which continue to wiggle due to residual nerve activity. Because of this, diners must chew thoroughly to avoid the suction cups sticking to the mouth or throat, which can pose a choking hazard. Despite this risk, Sannakji is widely enjoyed by locals and adventurous food lovers who appreciate its chewy texture and mild, briny taste. This dish is often paired with soju, a popular Korean alcoholic drink, and is commonly found in seafood restaurants, particularly in Noryangjin Fish Market in Seoul. Sannakji is part of Korea's long tradition of fresh seafood cuisine, emphasizing the importance of quality, freshness, and unique dining experiences. While some may find it extreme, it remains an iconic and exciting dish that represents South Korea's bold and diverse food culture. 4. Kwai, Peru, Ecuador, Colombia. Roasted or fried guinea pig, considered a delicacy in the Andes. Kwai is a traditional dish in the Andean regions of Peru, Ecuador, and Colombia, where guinea pigs have been domesticated and consumed for centuries. This delicacy is typically roasted kwai al horno, or deep-fried kwai chak tedo, resulting in crispy skin and tender, flavorful meat. Kwai is a staple in festive meals, celebrations, and special occasions, often served whole, including the head, to honor its cultural significance. The taste of kwai is often compared to rabbit or dark chicken meat, with a rich, slightly gamey flavor. The dish is commonly seasoned with garlic, cumin, and local herbs, then accompanied by potatoes, corn, and aji, spicy sauce. Since guinea pigs have little fat and high protein content, kwai is considered a nutritious meal by locals. In Peru, kwai is so important that there is even a national day dedicated to it, Dia del Kwai, celebrated with cooking competitions and cultural events. Tourists visiting the Andes often seek out kwai for a unique culinary experience, although some may hesitate due to its association as a pet in other parts of the world. Despite this, kwai remains an essential part of Andean cuisine and indigenous traditions, reflecting centuries of agricultural and culinary heritage. 5. Casu Marzu, Italy, Sardinia. Sheep cheese infested with live maggots, which help with fermentation and make it extremely creamy. Casu Marzu is a traditional Sardinian cheese, famous for its controversial and extreme preparation. The name translates to rotten cheese, and is made from pecorino cheese that is deliberately infested with live cheese fly larvae, Pyophila casei. These maggots break down the fats, making the cheese extremely soft, creamy, and pungent. The texture of Casu Marzu is so runny that it often oozes when cut open, and its intense, tangy flavor is accompanied by a strong ammonia-like smell. The maggots inside the cheese can jump when disturbed, so diners sometimes wear protective eyewear. It is traditionally spread on Sardinian flatbread, pain carousel, and paired with strong red wine, such as Cannonau. Despite being deeply rooted in Sardinian culture, Casu Marzu is technically illegal under EU food safety regulations due to health concerns. However, it is still produced clandestinely and enjoyed by locals as a symbol of heritage and culinary bravery. Some believe the cheese is an aphrodisiac, and eating it with live maggots is considered the authentic way. However, some remove them before eating. Though shocking to outsiders, Casu Marzu remains one of the world's most daring and unique cheeses, reflecting Sardinia's rich food traditions. 6. Fried tarantulas, Cambodia. Crunchy tarantulas, usually deep-fried with garlic and salt. Fried tarantulas are a famous and daring street food in Cambodia, particularly popular in the town of Skuon, often called Spiderville. These large spiders, typically Asian tarantulas, Aphatopelma or Haplopelma species, are deep-fried until crispy and seasoned with garlic, salt, and sometimes chili or sugar for extra flavor. The texture of fried tarantulas is a mix of crispy legs and a soft, creamy abdomen, which some compare to crab or chicken. The flavor is mild, slightly nutty, and depends on the seasoning. While some prefer the crunchy legs, others find the gooey insides more challenging to eat. The dish originated during the Khmer era, when food was scarce and people turned to unconventional protein sources. Over time, it became a delicacy and a symbol of Cambodian resilience and ingenuity. Today, fried tarantulas are sold by street vendors and served in restaurants catering to adventurous eaters. Many locals believe they have medicinal properties, such as improving stamina and boosting energy. Tourists visiting Cambodia often try them as a food challenge, making it one of the country's most infamous culinary experiences. Whether seen as a snack or a dare, fried tarantulas remain an iconic and unforgettable part of Cambodian cuisine. Some vendors even marinate the spiders in a mixture of spices and sugar before frying to enhance the flavor. They are often served with a side of lime and black pepper dipping sauce for an extra tangy kick. Despite being an unusual delicacy, fried tarantulas have become a must-try dish for adventurous food lovers visiting Cambodia. 7. Surströmming is a fermented Baltic sea herring from Sweden, famous for its overpowering pungent smell. The fish is lightly salted and fermented for months, allowing natural bacteria to break down proteins and produce a strong sour aroma due to the release of hydrogen sulfide. Because of its intense odor, surströmming is almost always eaten outdoors to avoid filling indoor spaces with its powerful scent. Traditionally, surströmming is served with thin flatbread, tunbrød, butter, boiled potatoes, onions, and sour cream to balance the strong flavors. Many Swedes pair it with aquavit or beer to help wash it down. The fish is typically opened carefully in water to reduce the initial burst of smell, as the pressurized cans can sometimes spray liquid when opened. Despite its extreme reputation, surströmming has been a part of Swedish cuisine for centuries, dating back to the 16th century, when fermentation was used to preserve food before refrigeration. While many foreigners struggle with its smell, some locals and enthusiasts genuinely enjoy its sour, salty, and umami-rich taste. There are even annual surströmming festivals celebrating this unique dish. Though challenging for newcomers, surströmming remains an iconic symbol of Swedish food culture, attracting both brave tourists and devoted fans alike. Some enthusiasts believe that surströmming is best enjoyed after aging for a year or more, as the flavors continue to develop. In Sweden, it is traditionally eaten during late summer surströmming parties, where friends and family gather to share the experience. Despite its strong smell, many people find that the combination of bread, potatoes, and condiments makes it surprisingly delicious. 8. Escamoles, Mexico. Ant larvae harvested from agave roots, often called insect caviar. Escamoles are a unique and prized delicacy in Mexico, consisting of ant larvae and pupae harvested from the roots of agave and maguey plants. Often referred to as insect caviar, Escamoles have been eaten since Aztec times and are still highly valued in Mexican cuisine today. The larvae are difficult to collect, making them a rare and expensive delicacy found mainly in central Mexico, particularly in states like Hidalgo, Tlaxcala, and Mexico City. The texture of escamoles is buttery and slightly chewy, while the flavor is nutty, earthy, and slightly sweet, often compared to corn, nuts, or cottage cheese. They are typically fried with butter, garlic, and epazote, a traditional Mexican herb, and served in tacos, omelets, or alongside guacamole and salsa. Some people enjoy them with a squeeze of lime and chili, enhancing their subtle yet rich taste. Escamoles are considered a sustainable protein source, as harvesting them does not harm the agave plant. Due to their high nutritional value, they are often praised as a superfood, rich in protein and essential nutrients. Though some may be hesitant to try insect-based dishes, escamoles remain a high-end gourmet ingredient, served in Mexico's finest restaurants. This ancient dish showcases the richness of pre-Hispanic cuisine, highlighting the ingenuity of indigenous food traditions. Whether enjoyed as a taco filling or a fine dining specialty, Escamoles continue to be one of Mexico's most fascinating and luxurious culinary experiences. Some chefs even experiment with Escamoles in modern fusion dishes, incorporating them into risottos, soups, and fine dining presentations. Their delicate, grain-like texture makes them a versatile ingredient that absorbs flavors well. Despite their exotic reputation, Escamoles are widely appreciated by food enthusiasts who seek out authentic and indigenous Mexican flavors. They are often paired with mezcal or tequila, complementing the earthy tones of both the dish and the drink. As interest in sustainable and alternative protein sources grows, Escamoles continue to gain global recognition as a unique and environmentally friendly delicacy. 9. Stinky tofu, Taiwan, China, Hong Kong. Fermented tofu with a strong smell, but a taste loved by fans. Stinky tofu is a beloved yet divisive street food found in Taiwan, China, and Hong Kong. Known for its strong, pungent smell and deep, complex flavors, the tofu is fermented in a brine made from vegetables, milk, and sometimes meat or seafood, allowing beneficial bacteria to break down proteins and create its signature aroma. The fermentation process can last anywhere from a few days to several months, with longer fermentation resulting in a stronger smell and richer taste. Despite its overwhelming odor, which is often compared to rotting garbage or smelly feet, stinky tofu has a savory, umami-rich flavor that fans describe as earthy, creamy, and slightly tangy. It is typically deep-fried, grilled, steamed, or served in spicy hot pot, with deep-fried versions being the most popular. Crispy on the outside and soft on the inside, fried stinky tofu is often paired with pickled cabbage, garlic sauce, chili paste, or sweet soy sauce to enhance its flavors. In Taiwan, stinky tofu is a must-try street food, commonly found at night markets such as Shilin and Ro. In Hong Kong, it is a staple of Dai Pei Dong, open-air food stalls, while in mainland China it varies by region, with some versions being softer and soupier. Many first-timers struggle with the intense smell, but those who embrace it often develop a deep appreciation for its complex taste. Stinky tofu is also believed to have health benefits, as the fermentation process promotes probiotics, aiding digestion and gut health. Some say that the stronger the smell, the better the taste, making it a dish that challenges yet rewards adventurous eaters. While its odor might scare off the uninitiated, stinky tofu remains one of the most iconic and beloved dishes in Asian street food culture, proving that sometimes the smelliest foods can be the most delicious. 10. Boodog, Mongolia. Marmot or goat cooked from the inside by filling its stomach with hot stones. Boodog is a traditional Mongolian dish where a whole marmot or goat is cooked using an ancient and unique method. Instead of using pots or pans, the animal is skinned and cleaned without making a single external cut. The hot stones are inserted into the stomach cavity, cooking the meat from the inside out while also searing the exterior with an open flame. This technique creates tender, smoky, and juicy meat with a rich, roasted flavor. The preparation of boodog is a time-honored nomadic tradition, often performed outdoors in the Mongolian countryside. After inserting the hot stones, the carcass is sealed tightly, allowing the internal heat to cook the meat slowly. To further enhance the flavor, onions, salt, and sometimes wild herbs are added inside. The heat also renders the fat, keeping the meat moist and flavorful. As the stones cool down, they are sometimes passed around for guests to hold in their hands, as Mongolians believe they bring good luck and energy. Marmot is the most traditional choice for boodog, but goat is often used due to the risk of bubonic plague in wild marmots. The dish is typically enjoyed in communal gatherings or special celebrations, reflecting the hospitality and warrior spirit of Mongolian culture. Eating boodog is as much about the cooking experience as it is about the taste, as the process requires skill and patience. The final dish is often served with bread and dairy products, complementing the smoky, rich flavors of the meat. Boodog is closely related to another Mongolian dish, korkog. But while korkog uses a sealed metal container for cooking, boodog relies entirely on the animal's own skin as the cooking vessel. This method showcases the resourcefulness of Mongolia's nomadic people, who have mastered cooking in the harsh steppe environment with minimal tools. Though rare outside Mongolia, Boodog remains a legendary dish, attracting food enthusiasts eager to experience its ancient and primal cooking method. If you enjoyed this list of bizarre street foods, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more exciting food adventures. Let us know in the comments, which of these dishes would you dare to try?